Yeah, here they come right now.
I know fucking LeBron. Like, you know, I think when you're on the East Coast, the East Coast bias is, I don't know, especially baseball too. Like, if you're an East Coast baseball fan, you kind of know like almost every other guy on every other team. Like, you know, guys in the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I think that, I say this all the time. The parity in the NFL is the best. I think more people know more about NFL because fantasy is so big. So you get to know other players through fantasy. But then also you have mega stars like Peyton Manning who change teams and go elsewhere. And then you start to follow. You like these people and you follow them. But if you go back to, the 80s for the NBA, it's maybe 7 teams who have won the championship since the 80s.
I think it's 8.
But maybe I'm
no,
within a team
I'm
or
agreeing
two,
with you.
but that's it. In 30 years? I mean, that's crazy.
Do you go to Clipper games? That's Nick
I've been
said.
to Clipper game.
Nick said Clipper games before. This is pre. There's 2 Clippers. There's pre Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
And then there's Clippers.
Yeah. I have not been to a Blake Griffin Clipper game yet.
I haven't either. I feel like I'm
All
cheating.
the Clipper games I've been to have been pre Blake Griffin.
The Clippers, I used to go to the sports arena, was just to see Allen Iverson was coming to town. Like,
Right.
And you were like, oh, shit. AI, downtown
Practice.
L.A. And we're talking about practice. How silly is that, man? Actually, not silly, because you're playing in Turkey right now. And now all your contemporaries are still balling here someone's at the Staples Center, and you're in fucking Istanbul.
Practice, though.
Yeah, I remember we went to a Clipper game, and they had the AI. Allen Iverson was in town, and there was like a 30-point blowout. They suck so bad, and the Sixers were good. And the AI, somebody gets a rebound, gives it to AI, and before he even gets to the half court, they start playing the theme to Car Wash, and he starts dribbling to like boom.
Come on.
And now it's a staple.
Really?
It's a staple, not at Staples.
Right.
Like anytime, like when there's a break in the action, you hear like boom.
I didn't know that. Little Clipper history.
That
All
was
because of
AI,
Iverson.
and then he just went. He heard the music and went coast to coast.
Did he?
It was amazing. And then at halftime, they had like, you know, you see like those freaky people on the promenade that like balance their children on their hands. It's always
Yeah.
like some old Romanian guy with crazy strength, and he's balancing like an 11-year-old who's forced into the life. And he's like a Hasid. Like they don't really have a choice. Like, here's your hat, grow out your hair, learn these rules. And
Sit on my hand and shut the fuck up.
Don't ask why mommy's wearing a wig on the airplane. Don't ask why we're bringing 14 hat boxes to Manhattan.
That's not relevant.
Have you seen the Hasids?
Get over there and work on your core.
You seen the Hasids in the airport?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty bizarre.
It's a commitment, I'll tell
A
you.
lot of hat boxes.
It's a commitment.
But how do you
Big
like-
hat box.
Look, I got a backpack. All right, it's a man purse. I got a man purse and like a duffel. And they're like, you might have to put that under the seat. Like, how do you get 4 hat boxes for Hasid Abraham Lincoln Hasid hats on a flight in coach from LAX to JFK?
What
How
if
does
they're
that all fit in?
fold-ups? You know, like windshield screens.
What if Jen,
You zip 'em
what
up.
if Jen Kirkman wore one as part of her costume as Bride of Frankenstein?
That was a tutu upside down.
I
She
know,
wore.
4,800,000 of them.
Hilarious.
And then the women, I just realized the Hasidic Jewish women, I believe, wear wigs. 'Cause I guess guys have to wear. I'm going to look this up.
Something to cover your head.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I know they wear wigs. But oh my God, I wrote in Hasidic women. First thing on Google, Hasidic women wigs. Why do Jewish women shave their heads and wear wigs?
This is brand new news to me.
Oh, you don't know it?
I didn't know.
Ultra Orthodox Jewish women.
I didn't know they shaved their heads.
It's in the book of Numbers, part of the Torah, the Old Testament. Wig must then be worn as a head covering for the rest of her life, even if divorced or if she becomes a widow. Not all Jewish women observe this
What the
custom.
fuck's the
Only
point
the
of-
very, very Orthodox.
What's the
It's,
point of taking
designed
hair off
for
your head?
All right, check it
I'm
out,
sorry.
bro. I'm still reading. Designed for modesty. Yeah, a sheitel is a Yiddish word for a wig or a half wig.
Half wig. Get my half wig. Nah, I'm going with that salt and pepper look.
Oh, we're going casual tonight. I don't know. What kind of party are we going to?
It's casual. Get my fucking half wig then.
A half? Ooh. It's in the half wig box.
The small box right there, the half size.
If it's the in-laws, you better get the full wig.
Maybe they made wigs in two pieces, so you could take half a wig, like two halves, like that. What was that old shampoo commercial? Remember when they would put?
Oh
split
yes,
it
Selsun Blue.
Yeah, Selsun Blue. That's it. Yeah. It's a clear part.
All right,
down the
I just
middle.
typed in half wigs into Google. It's literally half your head, and most of them are for black people.
Why? What's the other half doing?
Because one half of your head is like pulled tight to your head,
That's the salt and pepper look.
like real short black lady hair, and the other
Mhm.
part is like a mushroom cloud explosion.
I saw an
One of the
interview
Pointer Sisters.
with her where she said that
Who?
I think it's Pep from Salt and Pepper, where she said the only reason that style ever happened is because her sister wanted to do her hair and fuck this half up, and she was like, "What?" And they just had to shave it off and leave
What a
this
man,
side,
what a man,
and it just
what a
turned
man.
into this cultural thing. Yeah,
They really got away with murder. I mean, literally, culturally, for years they've been getting away with murder. But
why?
the female rappers have been getting away with murder, with fashion. Like Left Eye had a fucking condom in her eyeglasses, and we're all
Rubber.
like, "Yeah, that's the look, man."
TLC, man,
Left Eye.
waterfall.
Yeah, what? What? You don't wear? you don't, what's the matter? You don't wear overalls that are shorts? Like what? What are you talking about? You don't wear your name spray painted to your own T-shirt? You don't do that? Like why? That's not a look.
Oh, thank you.
You don't have a glowworm dangling from your ear.
I got
you
a
don't-
play
you don't-
school glowworm
you-
now.
You don't have a play school glowworm earring? Hit it. What's the matter? Your glowworm earrings don't play go to sleep?
This copyright infringement right here.
I don't know.
Smells
don't
baby
know.
fresh. Baby fresh.
If you keep hitting the button, it's going to keep playing.
Somebody put this in the hat box.
Half hat. That glowworm wears a full wig when he flies. That'd be great if you
That's
said,
an acidic glowworm right there.
everything in this house is kosher. We got 2 dishwashers, man. One for meat, one for dairy.
That's tight. It's been blessed.
Albert Brooks came out. Oh, so the Romanian guys would hold there was Romanian men doing like calisthenics.
Oh, yes,
where,
that's
they
right.
do
Yeah,
handstands,
yeah.
holding each other's hands.
Right, yeah.
But like standing up, and it's a really weird halftime show because it's like like romantic music, and they're like sliding each other through each other's like legs next to their ball bags, but like the guys in a strip. It's a remarkable feat of strength.
And then they're like cartwheeling together in unison and weird
But
shit.
in slow mo, like in the most strenuous, ridiculous way possible. Like it's not like they're dancing like dun 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 dun, dun, dun like flipping around. Like I'm standing up, and I have my hands over my head. You're doing a handstand on my hands, still straight up, and there's a third guy somehow sticking out sideways.
Yeah, and like a 3-year-old on his heel, just
Yeah,
sitting
like
there
some kid
eating
just born
cereal.
into this family. Born into this family of gypsies.
I think I'm gonna give these guys $1.
That was the halftime show of the Clippers back in the day. And then I remember the guy next to me, the Clippers were down by 30. He was like, foul shot, foul shot, foul. And I swear to God, the guy next to me goes, bring back the fags. Scream. And there's no one there, so you hear it.
Show, yeah.
Bring back the fags. Oh, let them play. Bring back the fags. You know John DiMaggio is the voice of the guy in Futurama. Yeah, he was Bender the Robot in Futurama.
Yeah, okay.
And he's Finn in Adventure Time.
I don't
Jake
know.
and Finn, whatever the human is. Jake, he's the voice of Jake too. Me and him were at a Rangers game, hockey. And it was like it was a makeup game because like something was wrong with the ice. I don't know what happened. Literally, like it was supposed to be like 2 nights ago. There was some it's blizzard. The team couldn't get in from
Okay.
Calgary. So it's the Calgary Flames and the New York Rangers in Madison Square Garden, and there's no one there. It's a makeup game. There's a Knicks game later in the afternoon. It's like, well, if we got to get it in, we got to do like at 11 in the morning. Like, fine. So me and Johnny just been drinking since like 9 in the morning, and we're like, well, let's just go to the Garden and see a Rangers game. So we're like, there's 8,000. I don't want to exaggerate. There's 8,000 people in a place that holds 18,000 people,
Right.
and they're not sitting together. They're spread out, and it is so quiet. It's so bizarre, and there's still snow on the ground, and Johnny in the middle of it, the loudest voice ever, because he's a voiceover guy, and he knows how to project, goes, let's go, Flames! And I'm telling you, 1,000 of that 8,000 went, bah! Guys tripped while they were skating. Let's go, Flames! We gotta get Johnny on here. He's making the rounds on other mother effing podcasts.
That was the way.
By making the rounds, I mean he was on anyone but mine.
Everyone, not any. That's the way it was for the Bullets too. When we were in Maryland, they suck so bad. It was come see Michael Jordan and the Bulls take on your Washington. It was always promote whoever the fuck was coming.
Right. That's
we
how
got
you know your
nothing
team is
to
bad.
promote here.
If the ad for your team is the stars of another team as part of a package. Come see Tim Duncan,
Yes,
Blake Griffin, and Kevin Durant here in D.C. playing your Washington Wizards. You're like, fuck yeah, I want to see these guys and wish they weren't John Wall.
And then you can't
They're
buy.
going to suck so hard this year.
You
again.
can't buy just like a single season. Sango. You can't just buy a single game. You have to buy like a 3-pack. You know what I mean? Like they need you to come back and spend some money. So you pick the 3. Like, all right, we'll go see Jordan. We'll go see Duncan. We'll go see. You pick whoever. We'll see the Lakers come in. That's how you have to pick your games because the Bullets suck so bad. You suck too when like 4 guys from Earth, Wind, and Fire show up, and the crowd is bigger to see them than they are to see the fucking Bullets. That happened a couple times too.
Was Earth, Wind, and Fire just open for Van Halen?
Yeah, someone told me that.
That's like the greatest.
That is a good show. Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Earth, Wind, Fire, and Van Halen. That's exactly what it was.
I can't think of a show that's a better strategic pull. I think the Crows, for example, I don't think they want a particular entertaining opening act. That's why the Brothers Keeper Tour was great, because it was Space Hog, Oasis, and the Black Crows. All 3 bands with brothers in it. They hate each other.
That's a good
and I remember
point.
I said on the Gorman podcast, some kid at the restroom, we're all fucked up. This kid goes, "Are you here to see Oasis or the Crows?" And I'm like, "You want your fucking face smashed in?" Like, I was like, how could you ask
Space
me that?
Hog, man.
Where do you get your balls big enough to fucking ask me that? You fucking stuttering prick. I'm here to see the fucking Black Crows. You fucking dummy, you. The fucking Oasis is fucking prick. Yeah, so that's probably the best. I don't know of another pairing that's that cool. Like when I saw U2, it was Kings of Leon, but they didn't Broken yet.
Yeah.
And it's always some bullshit.
I've never seen one where like that. I mean, I've been to festivals that were, great lineups.
Just like come see Van Halen. And by the way,
Earth,
if you
Wind,
get
and
here,
Fire.
when the doors, 40 minutes after the doors open, audio!
I'm here for Philip Bally, man.
2 of the guys are
Verdi and White.
2 of the guys are white.
Yeah, like, wait a minute. What the fuck?
Earth, Wind, and Heat.
What happened to Earth, Wind, and Fire? Fire couldn't make it.
We got Heat. Earth, Wind, and Warming Up.
Lukewarm's here tonight. Earth, Wind, and Lukewarm.
Just wind.
It's going to be wind.
Dirt, wind.
From Earth, Wind, and Fire, y'all. Get up, Mr. Wind.
Dirt, Wind, and Heat. We got Dirt, Wind, and Heat. Come on now. Come on. It's easy.
Wind's here, at least.
Where's Philip Bailey? Who? Nah. This Dirt, Wind, and Heat, man. Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
Like, it's one thing to be Gladys Knight and get old and do your shows because you're still Gladys Knight, but, like,
Right.
to be a fucking old pip, that's got to be the most humiliating shit. Like, you're 70, and you're like, Georgia. Just doing that little dance, moving your hands with 2 other fucking old guys, and you're all, like, arguing, like, man, you was out of rhythm on that. Like, I wasn't out of rhythm, you were out of rhythm.
At community centers.
Yeah.
Like
It seems like you get to a point where you play better gigs without the people behind you.
yeah.
Like Gladys Knight just goes out, she's Gladys Knight. But if it's
Right.
Gladys Knight and the Pips, you're at fucking the Canyon Club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Ray Manzarek.
It's almost everybody from Styx, y'all. Give it up. Come on. Out here at Topanga Canyon Park. That's the shit they do, those big park. Asia just performed out there. But when you hear that, you don't
Heat
really
of the
know.
moment,
Like,
man.
yeah, I love
That's a
Asia.
big one.
I
That's
love
the first
Asia.
song I ever bench pressed to. I think it was about 40 pounds in Todd Piper's garage. But I got it up, man. That little skinny bar on that Joe Weider bench, the real skinny one.
Joe Weider, yeah.
Like 40 things you had to screw in. Like these days, you just put the weights on. Like you got to try to make the weights slide off. In the
Oh
old
my
days,
God!
There was like levers and levers.
It'll take you
and
15
screws.
minutes to do the next set to
Like,
put the
and
weights
there's
on.
and the sand's leaking out of the weight. And they're filled with sand.
They're like blue weights and red and silver.
Gold.
And shit.
He had the gold ones, man. Do you remember back in '63?
I need a spot, man. I need a spot.
Boom. I didn't need a spot that day, bro. I was like, oh,
got
I
you
got it
fired
now,
up,
man.
yeah.
I was in it. And then that was the exact same time as Rising Up Back on the Streets.
Eye of the Tiger, still a great one.
Survivor.
Yeah,
Yeah, Survivor in Asia. That was like the trifecta.
That's a good one.
And then the Cars came out with Summer. It's got me up. I'm like, yeah, I'm lifting